Idaho is a landlocked state in the Pacific Northwest and Mountain West subregions of the western United States. It borders Montana and Wyoming to the east, Nevada and Utah to the south, and Washington and Oregon to the west. It shares a small portion of the Canada-United States border to the north, with the province of British Columbia. The state's capital and largest city is Boise, with an area of 83,569 square miles. 216,440 square kilometers. Idaho is the 14th largest state by land area, with a population of approximately 1.8 million. It ranks as the 13th least populous and the 7th least densely populated of the 50 U.S. states. For thousands of years, and prior to European colonization, Idaho had been inhabited by native peoples. In the early 19th century, Idaho was considered part of the Oregon Country, an area of dispute between the U.S. and the British Empire. It officially became a U.S. territory with the signing of the Oregon Treaty of 1846. But a separate Idaho territory was not organized until 1863, instead being included for periods in Oregon Territory and Washington Territory. Idaho was eventually admitted to the Union on July 3, 1890, becoming the 43rd state, forming part of the Pacific Northwest and the associated Cascadia bioregion. Idaho is divided into several distinct geographic and climatic regions. The state's north, the relatively isolated Idaho Panhandle, is closely linked with eastern Washington, with which it shares the Pacific time zone. The rest of the state uses the Mountain time zone. The state's south includes the Snake River Plain, which has most of the population and agricultural land, and the southeast incorporates part of the Great Basin. Idaho is quite mountainous and contains several stretches of the Rocky Mountains. The United States Forest Service holds about 38% of Idaho's land, the highest proportion of any state. Industries significant for the state economy include manufacturing, agriculture, mining, forestry, and tourism. Several science and technology firms are either headquartered in Idaho or have factories there. And the state also contains the Idaho National Laboratory, which is the country's largest Department of Energy facility. Idaho's agricultural sector supplies many products, but the state is best known for its potato crop, which comprises around 1/3 of the nationwide yield. The official state nickname is the Gem State. The mountain bluebird is a migratory small thrush that is found in mountainous districts of western North America. It has a light underbelly and black eyes. Adult males have thin bills and are bright turquoise blue, and somewhat lighter underneath. Philadelphus lewisii, the Lewis mock orange, Gordon's mock orange, wild mock orange, Indian arrowwood, or syringa, is a deciduous shrub native to western North America, and is the state flower of Idaho. Western white pine, also called silver pine and California mountain pine, is a species of pine in the family Pinaceae. It occurs in mountain ranges of northwestern North America, and is the state tree of Idaho. There are 44 counties in the U.S. state of Idaho. The Idaho Territory was organized in March 1863, and Owyhee County was the first county in the territory to be organized. In December of that year, Oneida County was organized in January 1864, while Missoula County was adopted the same month, before becoming part of the new Montana Territory in May. Shoshone, Nez Perce, Idaho and Boise counties were recognized in February 1864. Alturas County was organized the same month. In December 1864, Kootenai and Ada counties were created. Lotto County was also created at this time, but was abolished in 1867. Idaho's present-day boundaries were established in 1868, and Lemhi County was created the following year. By the time Idaho was admitted to the Union, as the 43rd state in 1890, a further 8 counties had been created, bringing the total to 18. After Canyon, Fremont and Bannock counties had been created. Alturas and Logan counties were merged to form Blaine County. In March 1895, Lincoln County was formed out of Blaine County later the same month. Bonner and Twin Falls counties were created in 1907, before a further 21 counties were created between 1911 and 1919, bringing the total to the present day for 4. Since 1945, each county has used a code on its license plates that features the first letter of the county's name, where the names of 2 or more counties start with the same letter. In each of these counties, the letter is preceded by a number, indicating that county's order in the alphabetical list. For instance, the 4 counties beginning with L in alphabetical order are Latta, Lemhi, Lewis, and Lincoln. The codes for these counties are thus 1L, 2L, 3L, and 4L respectively. Elmore, Idaho, Kootenai, Nez Perce, Shoshone Valley, and Washington counties are the only ones in the state with their respective first letters. In these counties, the letter alone serves as the code. Top 10 largest cities in Idaho. Number 10, Rexburg, Idaho. Rexburg is a city in Madison County, Idaho, United States. The population was 39,409 at the 2020 census. The city is the county seat of Madison County and its largest city. Rexburg is the principal city of the Rexburg, ID Micropolitan Statistical Area, which includes Fremont and Madison counties. The city is home to Brigham Young University Idaho BYU Idaho, a private institution operated by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints LDS Church. Number 9, Post Falls, Idaho. Post Falls is a city in Kootenai County, Idaho, United States. It is the gateway city to North Idaho on I-90, just west of Coeur d'Alene and east of Spokane, Washington. The population was 38,485 at the 2020 census, making it Idaho's 9th largest city and the 2nd largest city in North Idaho behind Coeur d'Alene. Number 8, Twin Falls, Idaho. Twin Falls is the county seat and largest city of Twin Falls County, Idaho, United States. The city had a population of 51,807 as of the 2020 census. In the Magic Valley region, Twin Falls is the largest city in a 100-mile, 160 kilometers radius, and is the regional commercial center for South Central Idaho and northeastern Nevada. It is the principal city of the Twin Falls Metropolitan Statistical Area, which officially includes the entirety of Twin Falls and Jerome counties. The border town resort community of Jackpot, Nevada, 50 miles 80 kilometers south at the state line, is unofficially considered part of the greater Twin Falls area. Located on a broad plain at the south rim of the Snake River Canyon, Twin Falls is where Daredevil, Evel Knievel attempted to jump across the canyon in 1974 on a steam-powered rocket. The jump site is northeast of central Twin Falls, midway between Shoshone Falls and the Perini Bridge. Number 7, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Coeur d'Alene is a city and the county seat of Kootenai County, Idaho, United States. It is the most populous city in North Idaho and the principal city of the Coeur d'Alene Metropolitan Statistical Area. The population was 54,628 at the 2020 census. Coeur d'Alene is a satellite city of Spokane, which is located about 30 miles 50 kilometers to the west in the state of Washington. The two cities are the key components of the Spokane Coeur d'Alene combined statistical area, of which Coeur d'Alene is the 3rd largest city after Spokane and its largest suburb, Spokane Valley. The city is situated on the north shore of the 25-mile 40 kilometers long Lake Coeur d'Alene and to the west of the Coeur d'Alene Mountains. Locally, Coeur d'Alene is known as the Lake City, or simply called by its initials, CDA. The city is named after the Coeur d'Alene people, a federally recognized tribe of Native Americans who live along the rivers and lakes of the region, in a territory of 4 million acres, 16,000 square kilometers, from eastern Washington to Montana. The native peoples were hunter-gatherers who located their villages and camps near food gathering or processing sites and followed the seasonal cycles, practicing subsistence hunting, fishing, and foraging. The city began as a fort town. General William Tecumseh Sherman sited what became known as Fort Sherman on the north shore of Lake Coeur d'Alene in 1878. Peopling of the town came when miners and prospectors came to the region, after gold and silver deposits were found in what would become the Silver Valley, and after the Northern Pacific Railroad reached the town in 1883. In the 1890s, two significant miners' uprisings over wages took place in the Coeur d'Alene mining district, leading to the declaration of martial law. with the latter providing a motive for the assassination of a former Idaho governor and subsequently a nationally publicized trial. The late 19th century discovery of highly prized white pine in the forests of northern Idaho resulted in a timber boom that peaked in the late 1920s and was accompanied by the rapid population growth which led to the incorporation of the city on September 4, 1906. After the Great Depression, tourism started to become a major source of development in the area. By the 1980s, tourism became the major driver in the local economy, and, after decades of heavy reliance on logging, the city featured a more balanced economy with manufacturing, retail, and service sectors. The city of Coeur d'Alene has grown significantly since the 1990s, in part because of a substantial increase in tourism, encouraged by resorts and recreational activities in the area and outmigration, predominantly from other western states. The Coeur d'Alene Resort and its 0.75-mile 1.21 kilometers floating boardwalk and a 165-acre 0.67 square kilometers natural area called Tubbs Hill take up a prominent portion of the city's downtown. Popular parks such as City Park and Beach and McEwen Park are also fixtures of the downtown waterfront. The city has become somewhat of a destination for golfers. There are 5 courses in the city, including the Coeur d'Alene Resort Golf Course and its unique 14th-hole floating green. The Coeur d'Alene Casino and its circling Raven Golf Club is located approximately 27 miles 43 kilometers south and the largest theme park in the northwestern United States. Silverwood Theme Park is located approximately 20 miles 30 kilometers north. There are also several ski resorts and other recreation areas nearby. The city is home to the Museum of North Idaho and North Idaho College, and it has become known for having one of the largest holiday light shows in the United States and hosting a popular Ironman triathlon event. Coeur d'Alene is located on the route of Interstate 90 and is served by the Coeur d'Alene Airport as well as the Brooks Seaplane Base by air. In print media, local issues are covered by the Coeur d'Alene Press Daily newspaper. Number 6. Pocatello, Idaho. Pocatello is the county seat and largest city of Bannock County, with a small portion on the Fort Hall Indian Reservation in neighboring Power County, containing the city's airport. It is the principal city of the Pocatello metropolitan area, which encompasses all of Bannock County in the southeastern part of the U.S. state of Idaho. As of the 2020 census, the population of Pocatello was 56,320. Pocatello is the 6th most populous city in the state, just behind Caldwell. The city is at an elevation of 4,460 feet, 1,360 meters, above sea level, and it sits on the Portneuf River in the Snake River Plain ecoregion. Pocatello covers a land area of 33.36 square miles, 86.4 square kilometers. Pocatello is the home of Idaho State University and the manufacturing facilities of Amy's Kitchen and On Semiconductor Corporation. It's served by the Pocatello Regional Airport. Number 5. Idaho Falls, Idaho. Idaho Falls is the 4th most populous city in Idaho, and the county seat of Bonneville County. It is the state's most populous city outside the Boise metropolitan area. As of the 2020 census, the population of Idaho Falls was 64,818. In the 2010 census, the population of Idaho Falls was 56,813 to a 19 estimate, 62,888, with a metro population of 133,265. Idaho Falls serves as the commercial, cultural, and healthcare hub for eastern Idaho, as well as parts of western Wyoming and southern Montana. It is served by the Idaho Falls Regional Airport and is home to the College of Eastern Idaho, Museum of Idaho, Idaho Falls Idaho Temple, and the Idaho Falls Chukars minor league baseball team. It is the principal city of the Idaho Falls Metropolitan Statistical Area and the Idaho Falls Blackfoot Rexburg, Idaho Combined Statistical Area. Number 4. Caldwell, Idaho. Caldwell is a city in and the county seat of Canyon County, Idaho. The population was 59,996 at the time of the 2020 United States Census, making it the 5th most populous city in Idaho. Caldwell is considered part of the Boise metropolitan area. Caldwell is the location of the College of Idaho. Number 3. Nampa, Idaho. Nampa is the most populous city in Canyon County, Idaho, United States. The population was 100,200 at the 2020 census. It is Idaho's third most populous city. Nampa is about 20 miles, 32 kilometers, west of Boise along Interstate 84, and 6 miles 9.7 kilometers west of Meridian. It is the second principal city of the Boise metropolitan area. The name Nampa may have come from a Shoshone word meaning either moccasin or footprint. According to toponymist William O'Bright, the name comes from the Shoshone word nampai, meaning foot. Number 2. Meridian, Idaho. Meridian is a city located in Ada County, Idaho, United States. The population was 117,635 at the 2020 census, making it the second most populous city in the county and Idaho after Boise, the state capital. Meridian is considered the state's fastest growing city, and among the fastest growing cities in the United States. Number 1. Boise, Idaho. Boise is the capital and most populous city in the U.S. state of Idaho, and is the county seat of Ada County. As of the 2020 census, there were 235,684 people residing in the city, on the Boise River in southwestern Idaho. It is 41 miles 66 kilometers east of the Oregon border, and 110 miles 177 kilometers north of the Nevada border. The downtown area's elevation is 2,704 feet 824 meters above sea level. The Boise metropolitan area, also known as the Treasure Valley, includes 5 counties with a combined population of 749,202. The most populous metropolitan area in Idaho. It contains the state's 3 largest cities: Boise, Nampa, and Meridian. The Boise-Nampa Metropolitan Statistical Area is the 77th most populous metropolitan statistical area in the United States. Downtown Boise is the cultural center and home to many small businesses alongside a number of high-rise buildings. The area has a variety of shops and restaurants. Centrally, 8th Street contains a pedestrian zone with sidewalk cafes and restaurants. The neighborhood has many local restaurants, bars, and boutiques. The area also contains the Basque Block, which showcases Boise's Basque heritage. Downtown Boise's main attractions include the Idaho State Capitol, the classic Egyptian theater on the corner of Capitol Boulevard and Main Street, the Boise Art Museum on Capitol in front of Julia Davis Park, and Zoo Boise on the grounds of Julia Davis Park.